Hey everyone, thanks for joining me in this Chill Subs tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how to use some of the more advanced tools that are in the toolbox, like the cover letter generator and the prose formatter. So if you have checked out our site recently, you've probably noticed that we've had a really exciting new redesign where we have this left-hand navigation toolbar, and we no longer have something called the sandbox. Now we have the toolbox. So you're going to click on that to find the tools that I just mentioned. And it's going to give you a couple of other things that I'll go over real quick. So the calendar is where you'll find some of the Chill Subs events that we host, like our workshops and our Ask Me Anything events. You're also going to be able to find deadlines and recently opened submission windows for different literary journals. So that's another way that you can browse lit mags is through the calendar. Some of the other things here are rejection bingo. If you go in the tracker and you toggle the switch off to let the rejection bingo card come up automatically, then this is where you would come to find it. If you toggle that switch on, then it'll just pop up every time that you record a rejection. So the rejection bingo is here, and you'll also find our contest calculator here. That's where you can, if you're thinking of entering a contest, you can plug in a couple of the different criteria about the contest into the contest calculator, and it can help you decide whether it's worth your time and money to enter it. So please use those tools. Now, for the prose formatter and the cover letter generator, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to your submitter's passport and create one. So after you click on that, it's going to look like this. It's going to have some of the details from your profile. And then you can enter in some other things like your phone number, your email, your street address, whatever you would normally like to put on a cover letter. You can fill that in and click Save Changes. And then you can put in some bios. So this is especially useful if you submit multiple genres. If you send off fiction versus poetry, you probably have different bios that you use to publish those different pieces. So you can store all those here and then use the right one when you're submitting work and creating cover letters. So you can click on New Bio and you can copy and paste from a Google Doc, or you can just type it in from scratch. So now that you've created a submitter's passport, you can go back to the toolbox and you can click on Cover Letter Generator and you can make your first cover letter. So if you decided where you want to submit your work, for example, let's try Sky Island Journal. You can click Create Your Bio and generate the cover letter. And then you find out, oh, they actually don't want cover letters. So that's really useful. You can just save your time and not create one just to go there and submit your work and find out they don't actually want you to make a cover letter. So let's back up and create a cover letter for a different journal. So let's go with Only Poems. And you're going to select a bio and hit Generate. And that's going to create this very standard, very bare bones cover letter, which you can then augment to flesh out and make a little bit more interesting. So the nice thing about the cover letter generator is it knows all the information about what the journal likes to see in cover letters, what they like to see in bios, and it gives you all the information from their masthead so that you don't have to go looking up the names of the editorial staff. It's all right here for you. So here you can find out, okay, their tone is casual. I can maybe keep it light or funny. They like your bio to be under 100 words. They don't want you to include contact info, so that's good to know. And they don't necessarily want you to address or require that you address a specific editor, but it's always nice to do that if you can. So we're going to click over here and select the editor-in-chief. And now it addresses that to him. We're going to change this to poetry and say that we're submitting 3 poems. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to call these poem number 1, poem number 2, and poem number 3. And it populates the names of the poems in this field. So now you can add a personal note. These poems were written about my childhood pet, and I believe that you love poems about dogs. And so now it adds a little personal note. You can click whether or not this is a simultaneous submission, and we're going to choose not to include contact info because they like to read blind. Cool. So now you have this cover letter that it generated for you that you didn't have to scour their website to find out the information for, and you didn't have to make from scratch. Now you can hit copy, and whatever method you're using to submit your work, whether that's submittable or email, you can copy and paste it into the appropriate window and go ahead and send your work. So that's the cover letter generator. Now for the prose formatter, you click here, and a lot of journals will like you to use the Shun format. That's sort of the default if you don't know what their standards are, to go ahead and use that. So we've done all the formatting here for you so that you can just copy and paste a document and it does it for you. So first you are going to put in whatever your contact info is that you would like to share, and then the title of the piece. So I'm going to go ahead and use my poem In This Economy. It's a prose poem that I sometimes submitted as creative nonfiction. And you go to your Google Doc or wherever you store your work, you copy, and then you paste, and it automatically makes it double spaced for you. And then you check to make sure your name and the title are right, and you hit generate. And then what it does is it creates a Google Doc, or I'm sorry, a Microsoft Word doc that you can then download and save and upload like a regular document. But it does all the formatting where it puts the contact information in the upper left-hand corner, your word count in the upper right-hand corner. It does the appropriate spacing and indenting, and then it creates a header and it paginates it for you. And that's it. So then you can upload it to Submittable or to email and send it away. So hopefully this was helpful to you. We hope you use these tools and that it makes your submission process a little bit less painful and a lot faster. And if you get lost with using any of these tools, please feel free to come to our live Chill Subs tutorials on how to use our platform, which happens on the third Wednesday of every month, and you can find those in our events calendar. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Have a great day.